From serving turkey legs to federal charges. Welcome back to Parke Jones. Today we're diving into the shocking fall of Lyndell Price, the former co-owner of Houston's renowned turkey leg hut who was arrested and indicted for allegedly orchestrating an arson that destroyed Bar 5015 in 2020. According to a U.S. attorney, officials believe the fire was intentionally set, and if found guilty, Lyndell faces up to 20 years in prison. This case not only highlights a personal downfall, but it's just another incident in the never-ending drama that has come from the turkey leg hut. Established in 2017 in Houston's 3rd Ward, the Turkey Leg Hut quickly became a culinary sensation, known for its unique take on turkey legs and vibrant atmosphere. Co-founded by Lyndell and his then-wife Nakia, the restaurant attracted celebrities and food enthusiasts alike, symbolizing entrepreneurial success within the Black community. Despite its popularity, the Turkey Leg Hut faced numerous challenges, including health code violations, financial disputes, and social media backlash. Now, this is where our story really begins. In June 2020, an explosion devastated Bar 5015, a nearby establishment owned by Steve Rogers, who was also the co-owner of the Turkey Leg Hut. Initial evidence led investigators to believe that the explosion was intentionally set. Fortunately, no injuries were reported, but the incident sent shockwaves throughout the community.
It's kind of been surreal.
A tough hit back-to-back for Bar 5015 owner Steven Rogers, the well-known business owner and Houston socialite, just climbing back into business following nearly a 2-month-long shutdown during the pandemic, and now this.
It really hurts us all to see the boards, the nails, you're just lightly stepping over things.
A fire to his bar set on purpose caused the massive explosion, according to fire investigators.
We just had an explosion in the 5100 block of Alameda.
A splintered wood and debris covered Alameda Road.
It's almost like losing a child, almost, because it's been, all the texts I've been getting is the first thing is sorry for your loss. My condolences goes out to you.
This loss bringing a range of emotions to Rogers.
So with disbelief, then it went to amazement. Then when we got to see different views of what happened, it was kind of, hurtful at that point.
Hurtful, heartbreaking to see his space that was just thriving hours earlier blown to pieces.
Put a lot of work into building out a space where people can be proud of.
Rogers has played a big role in guiding and protecting Alameda's growth, a partner of Turkey Leg Hut and supporter of their neighboring businesses, all Black-owned, all working to keep the identity in this historical African-American neighborhood, but adding new vibes.
I think it's good for the community. We was building up a lot of good energy on Alameda with this place, with Martini Bar, with Legends, Turkey Leg Hut, Reggae Hut, Green Seed.
The following month, Steve filed a lawsuit against Lyndell and Nakia alleging financial mismanagement and was later awarded $931,000. This lawsuit, plus other financial troubles, contributed to Nakia filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2024. She said the move was to help reposition and strengthen the Turkey Leg Hut. However, it permanently closed later that year. The explosion at Bar 5015 faded into distant memory, but in April 2025, federal authorities arrested Lyndell and 2 accomplices, charging them with conspiracy to commit arson and related offenses.
Begin right now with a major development in the explosion of Bar 5015 5 years ago that was caught on camera. That popular spot blew up 5 years ago, scattering debris all over the place.
Yeah, and this afternoon, 3 arrests in this case, including the former owner of the embattled Turkey Leg Hut. Lyndell Price is accused of paying people to send that bar up in flames.
Price and his alleged accomplices appearing in federal court in the last 2 hours. Jason Miles live there with the latest details. Jason.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, I just got word that Lynn Price will be held in federal custody until a detention hearing next Thursday. Meanwhile, 2 alleged accomplices heard charges against them this afternoon before being released pending their next court dates here in federal court. Take a look. Lynn Price's indictment is for conspiracy to commit arson of a commercial building, that bar, and conspiracy to use an interstate facility to commit arson of a vehicle. Now, according to investigators, Price plotted to set fire to bar 5015, which was owned by another former co-owner of the Turkey Leg Hut. I covered that fire nearly 5 years ago, which resulted in a big explosion, as you mentioned, at the bar out on Alameda Road. The FBI says Lynn Price allegedly recruited and paid co-defendants Armani Williams and John Lee Price, no relation, and others to pour gas in the bar, then set it on fire. In a separate incident, Lynn Price accused of paying John Lee Price and others to set fire to a stolen car.
If convicted, Lyndell faces up to 20 years in federal prison and a $250,000 fine. Despite the arson, Steve was able to rebuild Bar 5015 and it's thriving. But let's take it back to Lyndell. So he is innocent until proven guilty, but it's clear that he has a long journey ahead, and lucky for him, this isn't his first run-in with the law. In 2015, he pled guilty in a federal case that dealt with identity theft and taxes. If you ask me, that sounds like a terrible combination. So in this current case, we can expect the feds coming in with a tight case, and I wouldn't be surprised if Lyndell or his accomplices start singing because one of the men's attorneys is already tossing blame.
We spoke with John Lee Price's attorney just a short time ago. Here's a little bit of what she had to say.
This is a classic example of being very mindful of the company that you keep. Sometimes the company that you keep can get you in trouble.
John Lee Price is also facing federal charges in an unrelated drug case over in Mississippi, which his attorney did not want to discuss.
Lyndell's journey from a restaurateur to a federal defendant underscores the complexities of business relationships and the severe repercussions of criminal misconduct. Some can't believe he is wrapped up in this mess, but if you ask me, the writing was on the wall. The Turkey Leg Hut was a well-liked establishment, but there was always some controversy surrounding it, such as the time Lyndell was seen on camera with his hands around the neck of a customer. There were also wild rumors. I'm talking allegations of people having adult relations in the restaurant. Regardless, a lot of the drama behind the scenes played out publicly and overshadowed the actual restaurant, including Nakia and Lyndell's divorce, where she made allegations of abuse and even stated that her marriage ruined the business. I'll continue to keep an eye on this case, and I'll be sure to give you guys any updates. If you enjoyed this case, take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. There are also some videos on the screen that YouTube thinks you'd be interested in. I'm your host, Parke Jones, and I'll catch you on the next one.